Hello there. If you're here, that's because I didn't get to your reading on stream, but that's okay. I'm gonna do a makeup reading for you. We're gonna go a bit more in depth than if we were live. There's no interruptions, it's just you and me. I really appreciate you choosing me as your psychic and as your reader. Remember, you have free will. All right, and this is just the energy at the moment, so the future can change. You can do something about it. I personally think it's the most likely outcome though, and I will be operating under my personal belief system. You don't have to adopt it unless it resonates with you, and I always recommend to feel the love in the reading, and rather than the fear. Though sometimes I get it, sometimes it's a little bit scary, but try to feel the love as much as you can. Alrighty, your timestamps are in the description below, and I'll see you there. Hi there, my queen! You said, what does my BF think of me? I know he loves me, but I want to know what Spirit's answers for giggles. Oh, that's really cute! Yeah, let's put the love outfit on for you. That's precious. I like that. Yeah, let's pull for the energy of the relationship, shall we? Let's pull in the energy of the relationship. This is really cute! Thank you for coming last night. It was really good to see you. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, this is your energy. The energy in between. Okay. The reason I'm celebrating is because, oh my goodness, this is a keeper, dude. This is a keeper. The reason I'm saying this, they're coming up as a true emperor, all right? So anytime when you do a love reading and the energy of the person comes up, especially if it's like in relation to their gender, as the emperor or the empress, it's a sign that they are a very mature person, that they're very serious, that they're in it to win it. Now, we have your advice from Spirit being the 10 of Pentacles, and this is a legacy. This is about growing together. This is an energy of staying long term, building your kingdom, right? Notice how this is the same man right here, you know, here together. This is your energy. Good news is the energy in between is the King of Pentacles, and this is investing in the long term. Both of you feel that you are receiving something equal to each other. You know, you're doing your best. This is also an energy of safety, and so this is that I'm building my kingdom. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling secure. It's so cool that they're the same guy. The same guy here too. I like that. I wonder if I looked at the other kings if they'd look similar. But anyways, I'm really drawn to the art in the cards. Your challenge, we never get a challenge unless we can overcome it, is a beautiful one for a love reading. Judgment. This is an energy of, this is a soul connection. Both of you can help each other awaken. Both of you are meant to experience life together. This is also an energy of being very clear about your intentions, clear about what you love about each other, you know, expressing your divinity with each other. You know, Judgment is about a message from the beyond. This is also the Spirit guide card, right? Like Spirit is just eagle, and it's just giving all of this light energy, these light downloads into this practitioner here. And so that's the challenge. This is something that both of you can give to each other. Now, I just want to remind you that you are a spirit. Everything you do is inherently spiritual. And so try not to get to like, oh, you know, we need to go to psychics together, or like we need to get readings with each other all the time. You know, the most divine thing you can do with your partner is to love them unconditionally and to help them grow while also knowing you're growing yourself, right? Betterment, right? Betterment, healing, growth, growing into each other, not apart from each other, building something safe and secure. Now, your energy is the Ace of Swords. You feel like you can tell him anything, all right? This is an energy of, yeah, I got something on my mind and he's listening, okay? He respects your word. He loves your voice. He loves what's on your mind and he wants to hear it. And I feel that this is a very receptive man. Now, this is also somebody who's not afraid of a challenge, someone who's willing to push and put in the work for what needs to get done. And so I like this. I think this is a really beautiful, beautiful spread to get for a love reading. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about your connection. Other than that, other than that. It's so pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, we got... Oh, the tower. The tower. Hard part's over. That's what Spirit wants you to know. The hardest part is over. And I say this because the tower is in the past, right? The tower is about being shaken up. The tower is about starting from zero. It's an energy of discomfort, unease. Just know that there's always hope. You know, after the tower comes the star, as everybody says, and the star is hope. The star is having guidance, having light. It feels that both of you have found a lot of purpose in one another. We also have the Four of Wands, and this is a coming together. It does feel like a soul connection. I'm gonna be honest. You know, the Four of Wands also means like, it can mean marriage, a celebration, but just know that in spirit, your souls are very happy to be together because both of you have a lot of work to do in this life. You know, you're going to be learning a lot from each other. And so whenever you both feel challenged or triggered, just know that this is an opportunity for not only spiritual growth, but emotional growth, an opportunity for even financial growth, right? Like you're struggling to pay things. Well, I love you so much. I'm going to show you that I've got what it takes to bring in stability, right? This is the energy both of you are working with. Betterment that comes from challenge. And so just know, like I said, both of your souls are like, yes. Okay. That's what I have for you, my queen. I hope that you like that. Thank you very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Hello to your boyfriend. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Hi, Therese. Hi. Oh, sorry, I still have my love outfit on. Hold on, there we go. You said, hi. I am striving to work towards a move to be with my partner. Oh, it's kind of a love reading. It's a ways away and the climb is hard. What advice can the guides give? Work, long distance missing, or growth? Yeah. Let's do that for you. Let's see what you got. Hey, also, thank you, as I said in the beginning. But once again, thank you for supporting me. I apologize for ending, but, you know, as I said, we're going to make it more in depth. Let's see what we got. What's the energy for Therese on moving to their partner, please? Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, but I shaved my desk so much. I need to get a new one. It's one of those like little flimsy ones. I just moved in my apartment a month ago. Or no, I guess 2 months ago. Oh, you're coming up as the Eight of Pentacles. That's a really good energy. We have your focus being the Fool. Your outcome being the Seven of Pentacles. It is quite a ways away. It's funny that it came out so perfect because we have you with the Eight of Pentacles, and this is about somebody who's putting in the hard work. This is someone who trusts their skills. This is someone who's very talented and understands that things take time. This is also a very reliable energy, someone you can trust. And so are you putting in the right juices? Absolutely. The energy is there. The reason why I say it's focus is the outcome, and it's so perfect, is that we have the Fool and we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Fool is about going on a new journey, living somewhere different, having new experiences, and this is what you're focusing on. And the reason I pull for the focus is, well, a lot of times it's the heart of the cards, right? But I want to make sure that people are focusing on the right thing whenever they intend something. And so the Fool is, oh my goodness, chef's kiss. Mwah, you're doing the right thing 100% with both of these energies, exuding the right energy, focusing on the right thing. And so this is you understanding that it takes time, understanding that you have to prepare, and your future outcome is hard work being paid off, okay? The Seven of Pentacles is about patience, things taking time. It's an energy of a harvest after a season of hard work. And so anytime we're looking at a timeline, the Seven of Pentacles comes up when it's going to take, you know, as I said, about a season or longer. A season or longer, I always say. And so sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's a year, but just know that you're getting towards it, right? So You have your and this is a promise. If you keep doing what you're doing now, you're going to get there, right? All according to plan kind of energy. Now we do have the Queen of Cups here as your challenge. And the Queen of Cups is about trusting your intuition. It's an energy of tapping into your emotions, right? But I feel Spirit's trying to tell you that it's okay to relax a little bit. It's okay to just, you know, sit down, because all of the Cups energies is about emotions, but all of the Queens are about attracting, bringing things towards you, you know, letting yourself kind of go through the motions of things. Now it's also an energy of being okay with whatever happens, because as I said, the Cups is about emotion, but it's also water energy, and water is about flow. It's about release. It's about, yeah, just going with the flow of things, right? And so if things take unexpected turns, just know that it's still going according to plan, and don't panic, okay? So that's what I have here for the Queen of Cups. All right, your advice card from Spirit is the King of Wands. Rely on your partner. I feel like both of you could really do with this kind of balancing of energies. And I'm not trying to say that you're not doing this. I think you are, actually, especially with such a successful kind of linear state you're in. You know, this is what we're doing, and this is just what's challenging us and what Spirit advises us to do. But what I like to see is that not only are we overcoming the challenge, we're also taking the advice because of this specific outcome. Now, the King of Wands in the advice does mean that you know, a lot of times, especially like if someone else is involved in the picture, the court cards represent someone else. So they represent someone outside of you. A court card would be a page, a knight, a king, a queen, you know, those people, those kinds of players in a reading. And I feel like this is your partner, right? Like, so this is someone who is optimistic, someone who is driven, someone who can think on their toes. And so I feel like you can rely on your partner to make it work. All right. And so if you do, you know, if you do have something come in, try not to do everything yourself, and just allow people to help you, you know, not just your partner, but also your friends, your family. Yeah, that's what I really feel from this reading. I think it's really beautiful. Okay, what's something unexpected? And I said according to plan, right? Like, that doesn't mean that something will come up. It just means that, how do I say this? It's still following the book. It's just the book has some addendums. The book has some quests in it that maybe you don't see coming, but that's okay. Let's see. What do we not see coming? It's okay. Oh, the Four of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, oh my gosh. So remember how I said relying on people to help you get there? Well, this is the Four of Wands. This represents a coming together, a celebration. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, a gift. So there's money coming in, there's support coming in ways that you didn't expect, making it a lot easier for you to transition. All right, and so that's really nice to see. I love this. Something you don't see coming is that someone you love, people you care about, are helping you do what you need to do. It feels very good. You know, the Six of Swords is about moving on. It's about going to a new island, right? Notice how, like, we're on a boat, we're going here. It's nice, you know, we've learned everything that we've needed in our past journey, and now it's time for the new one. Now it's time for a new one. I like it. I like it. I do see money coming in, though, honest. You know, sometimes I don't see the Ace of Pentacles as getting, like, a gift, getting money. Some readers always see it as that. But the Four of Wands, and also, you know, the prior reading about relying on people to come through for you, it's telling me personally that, yeah, you know, you're gonna get help. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope that you like that. Remember that you are never alone and you are loved. And I appreciate it so much. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hi there, ChillPill. Thank you so much for getting a reading from me last night. Sorry for the wait, but I hope that you like it. I really do hope it's worth the patience. Okay, you said I like a general reading. Thank you. Of course. We can do a little cold reading for you. Thank you for trusting me as your psychic and with your energy. And thank you for Thank you to the cards. Thank you to Spirit for giving us an accurate reading for what ChillPill needs to know right now. Okay. I'm gonna look a little bit into your future too. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, the future can change, but yeah, like I said, I think this is the most likely outcome. So, if you like it, you can step into it more, and if you don't, you can do something about it. Okay. All right, what do we got? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. You're in a very important chapter in your life, whether you realize it or not. This is a very formidable moment. It's, whether or not you're absorbing this energy, just know that it is on your side. And when I say absorbing, I mean present for it. Because I do, it's interesting, right? Like, how you're growing up and you don't really realize you're in the good times until the good times are over. This is your energy, that there's good times. And Spirit is telling you that, hey, if you're present for it, it's going to make it even that much more memorable. So give the people, I don't know, I feel like saying this, give the people around you a hug, because where you are now is there's a version of you I'm seeing later in the future that's like reminiscing, is very nostalgic, wishes that they could go back, wishes that they could like hug their parents. And I know this is like really intense. I feel a little like I'm being very sappy, but there's a sappiness to the energy that you exist in right now that I feel that you're going to be reflecting on quite a bit, more than you maybe realize. Like, if you have a best friend or if you have a friend group, what a blessing. I don't have a friend group anymore, and I reminisce about mine all the time. There's something about you being in the good old days right now that I see. I even see future you thinking about this reading. And I know that's I'm not trying to like humor myself, I'm not trying to like pat my own back, and I'm getting so much from this one card, I'm sorry, but okay, we have your energy being the Nine of Wands, persistence and perseverance. So I do see you focusing on getting through it, okay? But it is a sign that we're winning, right? With great effort, we are winning, okay? The Nine of Wands is about, I'm fighting the good fights, I'm fighting the battle, and though it is a heavy burden to bear, I know it is a responsibility that I must do. I feel that you're a very responsible person, a very mature person. I'm also like starting to feel weight on my shoulders. I know your name is ChillPill, but I feel that you care much more deeply than people, or maybe even give yourself credit for. So if you've been feeling like a weight on your shoulders or in your back anywhere, just know that this is because you care so much, and that's okay, but as you said, sometimes we do need to take a little bit of a chill pill. But anyways, we have your outcome being the Queen of Swords, feeling independent. This is an energy of being very present. It's also an energy of, I want to see the challenges, why are we having independence? What's challenging us in this chapter right now? Yes, what the heck? Another energy of getting through it, but also, patience and hard work, treading along. There's something that we're really hustling for. I mean, we're like, I know that this is meant for me. And, whether hustling is resting or hustling is, working super hard every day, just know that it's working, and you're gonna have an energy of freedom come in soon. I think that's kind of what we're seeking, and that might be why we're reflecting on this energy, because I feel you making a quite bold effort, one that maybe you have been thinking about doing for a while. It kind of reminds me, I have a little brother, and he just on a whim decided that he was gonna go to a bunch of national parks. He was like, yep, I'm gonna work for 2 months at this grueling job. I'm gonna save as much money as I can, and then I'm just gonna take my truck and I'm gonna go hiking. That's what I feel you experiencing. And I love it. I think and it doesn't have to be specifically this, but there's an energy of freedom. Like, I'm seeing you look out at like a nature, to be honest, I'm seeing specifically like a big field. But I was also, yeah, just like a big field, and far, far in the distance is trees. And I just kind of, there's an energy of nothing matters here. Nothing matters here. It's a little bit further away than right now. It feels like around summertime. Okay, your advice card is the Ace of Wands. Act on your passionate ideas, okay? And I feel like this is what it is. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you to do. So I know that's quite specific, very, very specific, but I had a lot of messages come through. So if there's somewhere that you just want to experience on your own, and my little brother, like, he just did it by himself. You know, brought some books that he wanted to read, of course, had his phone, but he was just like, I just want to do this. And he actually met the love of his life doing this. So I don't know if that's something that you've always wanted to experience, but I see you giving that a try. You know, something similar, very, very similar. Okay, thank you so much. I love you so much. As I say to everybody, remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, hi, Maggie. I'm pretty sure I did your reading. Didn't you do it earlier? Let me see. No, different Maggie. Okay. Yeah, Maggie, thank you for supporting me. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy your reading, and I hope that it's worth the wait. I apologize for not doing it on stream, but hey, we're gonna do a much more in-depth version for you with less distractions, as I always say. So, you said, hi, my lady. I love supporting you, and your readings honestly surprised me. Looking forward to it. Yeah, let's see what we got. What do we have coming in for sweet Maggie? Yeah. What does Spirit want you to know? Oh yeah, I remember. So I have like a message that I send to people for my, for my readings that I do, my makeup readings, and I accidentally copy pasted the timestamp from last time, but sorry. I thought it was really funny. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, we have two cards coming up as your energy, the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Good news. I feel that you have been really chugging along, all right? And I say this because the Eight of Cups is a release, but I was getting the energy of, I don't know why. It's okay if you don't feel this way, but it feels like grief. It feels like there's something that we just have been mulling over, something that we have held on to, and we know we've held on to a bit too long. Your energy is letting go of it, This is the energy your aura is exuding right now. The first card that I always pull. It's what's representing you in this story, this arc that you're in right now. And the Nine of Wands is someone who doesn't give up, and the Eight of Cups is someone who forgives themselves, which is how we let go, right? We forgive ourselves. We forgive who hurt us. We forgive the past, and we go into the unknown future. And so I see you doing things a bit differently. Like there's almost a different lens on your energy than usual. Like maybe people have been saying this to you, that you feel different. You're different, and that's a good thing, right? Don't feel bad about it. Or maybe you're hanging out with your friends and your family, and it doesn't quite hit the same like it used to. That's what I feel that you are exuding right now, and it's not bad. It feels pretty good. Yeah, we have your focus being the Five of Pentacles, and we have your outcome being the Fool. You're probably feeling like, I'm not sure what direction I'm going in, but I know that I need to go in a new one. The Five of Pentacles is about insecurity. It's about having questions, not really being answered either. It also represents being separate from spirit, okay? But the good news is that, I haven't mentioned that we're like letting go. This could be an energy we're still working towards right now. And so, the focus being like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I'm a little bit insecure. Well, the Fool is here. Remember how I said you're kind of ushering yourself into a new era energetically? This is this. The Fool is about a new path, a new journey. And so as you release this chapter of your life, just know a new hope is going to be formed. A new idea is going to come to you. A new passion, new people, new places, new things. It's really nice. Have you ever thought of your life in like chapters? Usually it has to do with like the relationship, the relationship you're in, the grade you're in, even whether you're like a sophomore or a junior, you know, high school, college, it doesn't matter. But this is a new chapter for you, and that's what I feel coming in, and it really helps you. Yeah, I feel a reinvigoration happening, a bit more whimsy coming in. I feel like you need it because, you know, as I said, chugging along energy is here too. Chugging along, trying to make it through. Your challenge is a 9 of Swords. Spirit wants you to know that they understand that overthinking is normal. They understand that you may, staying up late at night, maybe you're stressed, on high alert. This is anxiety. This is reliving the future, reliving the past, scared of an unknown future. I saw that here too, but this is going to be solved very, very soon, in the next month or so. Your advice from Spirit is the Hermit, to allow yourself this time alone to go inward. Go on a spiritual journey. You are a spirit. Always remember that. Everything you do is inherently spiritual because you are a spirit inhabiting a body that gets to experience this really beautiful story of being Maggie, right? Right now you are Maggie. And so the Hermit always asks us, well, I'm Maggie. What is Maggie? Who is Maggie? What do I want Maggie to be? What do I want Maggie to experience? Try to see yourself from a bird's eye view rather than super, super duper close up. Because I feel that's kind of what we're doing, and that's okay. We're coming out of that. But Spirit's saying, hey, now's a really good opportunity to connect with your intuition, connect with your soul, connect with your higher self, connect with your spirit, right? And ask yourself, if I were to live my best life, if I were to live the life that I prefer, a life where I was fulfilled, what would that look like? Get particular. What do you wear? What do you eat? Where do you live? Are you in a relationship? How many kids do you have? If you have kids, do you have cats? Do you have a dog? What's your job? You don't know what kind of job you want? That's okay. Well, do you want to help people? Do you want to be a creative? Do you want to make music? Do you want to be a healer? What excites you? And that's a very powerful meditation to do for yourself. And so that's what Spirit's asking you to do. You may be getting a lot of readings about, your soul, your higher self, a lot of readings about, not readings, but like videos on your For You page about manifestation. And that Spirit's saying like, hey, what do you want? And remember, you can have it. And it's not always the specific thing. A lot of times it's going to be better. Okay, because we're looking for fulfillment. We're looking for the feeling of fulfillment, not the Ferrari. You know what I mean? Okay, all right. And so that's ushering you into a new chapter. And a lot of times, and just know this, if you feel that you are, I know I'm talking about spiritual things so much. I can't help it. That's my life. But if you find yourself at a low moment, know that this is the path of the intuitive. This is the path of the psychic, right? We have to go through the unpreferable experiences so that we can awaken. And that's okay, right? Find power in that. Find knowing in that. And just know a new chapter in your life is coming to fruition because of this walking into the unknown. Something shiny is coming in. And I feel, to me personally, it's inspiration. It reminds me the very first time that I saw the Queen of Cups. I knew something was so special about that card, and here we are. Now I'm living every day as the Queen of Cups. So, okay, I hope that helped you, Maggie. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye.